Hey, Mitchell, I've been thinking.
Yeah?
We do a lot of Japanese anime.
Okay.
Why don't we cover something like American made, like a Western anime?
What?
You know, like an anime, but made in the West.
So a cartoon.
Maybe, kind of.
Alright, why not?
Welcome to a Final Form bonus episode.
Filler episode, I like to call them.
Surprise.
OVA?
I guess, yeah.
Direct-to-DVD movie? Whatever you want to call it. We're here for you.
Yeah.
This lovely April's the 1st.
Yeah.
Or whenever we upload this.
April's the 1st. Yep. We're welcoming the month of Aprils. So yeah, we're gonna cover, as I previously said, some Western-made anime, which is probably boiling all of your blood right now.
Not mine, but I know someone who it is.
Yeah.
I'm smiling ear to ear to that person.
Yeah. No, we're gonna switch it up, and we decided as a little April Fool's. It's not really a prank per se, but we're gonna just flip it around and we're gonna
rather than prank, we'll be experimental, which is when April 1st is the best on the internet.
Yeah, this is, and it's also an excuse for us to talk about things that are anime.
We kind of. As much as we have endless anime to talk about, it's it's fun to talk about other things.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not on the usual Jedi Dropouts episodes too often.
Yeah, exactly.
I tend to be, the special guest, the bonus crossover character.
Yeah.
Exclusively only on this platform.
Yeah, you're the bonus DLC.
Yeah.
We should be charging the listeners like $9.99 for those episodes.
Yes, I am the Joker for Smash Ultimate.
So we're going to do our top 5 How do you want to phrase that?
We're just going to, Western cartoons.
Western cartoons, yeah.
Cartoons for the Western audience, primarily.
Yes, exactly. Now, you have 2 lists,
yeah,
you said?
Because there's a lot of Western shows that are clearly trying very hard to be anime.
Okay.
So I had to put them in their own separate category, because they're not quite Western shows, and they're not quite anime. They're the weird hybrid.
Okay.
And I love them, but I don't know where to put them.
Yeah.
They're basically the platypus.
Okay.
You look at them and go, do I make you a mammal or are you a bird? What the fuck are you?
So,
you're laying eggs. You're covered in fur, and I think you lactate. What?
Sure. That's a perfectly reasonable analogy. Yep.
I've been watching a little bit of Disney stuff, and Phineas and Ferb. Harry the Platypus is on my brain.
Phineas and Ferb is actually pretty fun.
That did not make my list, but it's really good.
Yeah. I think it would probably be my favorite modern Disney cartoon.
Not mine.
No?
My actual favorite modern Disney made the list.
Okay.
So you want to do one, then you do one, I do one, you do one?
Yeah, how do you want to do that with your 2 lists?
I'll just do my last list and rapid fire.
Okay. Let's go back and forth here.
So
starting at 5, right? Yep. You got yours numbered.
I got mine numbered. Yep.
Okay.
I always try to do that.
Who's kicking this off?
I'll kick it off.
Sure.
So mine is the only reboot or remake of a show on my list, and that's the DuckTales reboot.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
As a kid, I was the biggest DuckTales fan.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck is still legit my favorite Disney character, period.
Yeah.
And this remake is so...
You know what?
Flippin' good.
I'm with you there. That is better than Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, number 6 might be Gravity Falls or Steven Universe as honorable mentions.
Okay,
but DuckTales is just... I haven't hit a bad episode yet. I haven't started the new season yet because...
I'm behind on it.
I haven't watched the new season yet because Disney is very hard to find the episodes of.
Yeah, you're right.
And I don't have time to watch it when it comes on.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
But my literal only complaint with it is I'm still not sold on the actor for Scrooge. I think he's fantastic, but I think my brain still wants his original actor.
Okay,
But let that man be retired.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I'm arguing with my inner child. The inner child's no, bring him back. No, this guy is really good.
Yeah.
He is a great Scrooge, but he's not our Scrooge. No, No, he's not. But I love almost every part of it, from this version of Launchpad to just the referential humor to other Disney shows.
Yeah.
It's really, really good, and the timing to it and the animation style is beautiful.
Yeah, the voice cast is fantastic.
Yeah, and they do great one-off jokes, like making Donald voiced by War Machine.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yep.
It shouldn't. Mm-hmm. And they're also willing to poke fun of themselves, like behind-the-scenes stuff. Like when that episode was going to come out, I forget his actor's name now, said, I spent the entire week preparing to be Donald by not wearing pants. I'm like, thank you for not showing...
You're talking about the guy who plays War Machine in the Avengers movies?
Yes.
Yeah, Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, that was... Yeah, he made a couple jokes about, I'm Donald Duck now, so I need to not wear pants. I'm like...
Yeah.
They're making fun of themselves, and they do a lot of live readings, and you get to see the actors.
Yeah.
That's really good, and it's all A-list talent.
Yep.
And I love it. I can't get enough of it.
Yeah. My number 5, and it probably will end up much higher, but I've only been watching it for 2 weeks, and it makes my top 5 cartoons of all time. It is that good. Steven Universe. The reason that I have not caught up on the anime we're supposed to be covering.
I mean, young Steven does watch anime, so you're watching it vicariously through him.
Yeah, yep. He also watches, what is it called?
Helicopter?
Dogcopter.
Dogcopter.
No, I was thinking of the was it Crying Breakfast Friends?
I don't remember
the Sad Breakfast Friends. There's a cartoon he watches, and it's just animated breakfast foods crying for... It's
like, I love the background humor in Steven Universe. It's so good.
So I've been watching this for like 2 weeks, and I am obsessed. I'm halfway through, and it's like a 160 episode show. But it is the most wholesome.
Yeah.
Like it how do I put this? It's probably the best intentioned show I've ever seen.
And it's not overbeating you over the head with it.
No, not at all.
I've met shows with better intentions, but with the subtlety of a jackhammer.
Yeah.
This has... It can be, blunt in places.
Yeah, sure.
But it covers so many good topics, like abusive relationships.
Yeah. It covers everything. Everything that I've ever seen to do with mental health.
Yep.
Or...
Identity.
It's
a big part of that show.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what I love most about it is they're aware how other places like try and censor it.
Yeah.
So they'll flip things the next episode. Like, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, Garnet is made of 2 characters.
Oh, that's a big spoiler.
And they make in like other dubs, they make the Ruby part a boy. So it's not a lesbian relationship. So later on, Ruby wears a dress for a wedding.
Yeah.
And Sapphire wears the suit.
Yeah.
And they do that just because.
Yeah.
And you're like, her name is Rebecca Sugar, who makes it?
Yeah.
She is very good at being pissy at people trying to censor her shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's fine with people trying to censor some words here and there, but like ideas?
Yeah.
No, you don't do that.
Yeah. I think I may have to put a spoiler warning like early on in this episode. Just for that, because that was like, that is a big moment in that show.
But it's really old though, so...
I didn't know about it at all. I had no idea.
They do hide it really well, so if you haven't watched it, but
and
unfortunately for me, spoilers are going to come out of my mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, like and the way they explore different characters and different I just recently finished the Peridot stuff.
Yes.
It's still kind of in Peridot is a centerpiece of the show now, but when Peridot first comes in, she has biases against Garnet for being a permafusion. Yeah. Which is very clearly, homophobia. But like they don't beat you over the head with it.
Well, it doesn't even have homophobia. It could just be, like the X-Men.
Yeah.
You could see that as interracial relationships she doesn't like. Or any kind of relationship. Anything relationship that's not what she was told. Yeah. And they handle it very well.
They do. They handle everything so well. They handle like self-care and even some of the...
Steven is the most positive character I can think of.
Yeah.
If I was going to do crossovers, I'd make him hang out with Vax the Stampede. Yeah. The two would be best friends.
Yeah. I can't say enough good about Steven Universe, and I'm probably going to have to talk about it in the next Jedi Dropouts as well. It's just...
Get James on if he hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's just so good. It's just so good.
Alright, I guess I'll go to my number 4?
Yeah.
The Simpsons.
Kind of figured.
Yeah.
Kind of figured that was coming.
I don't know what I can say about The Simpsons beyond it's a major part of my vocabulary.
Yeah. I just realized we're not going to have any crossover on this list.
Probably not, no, but that's
There's one here I thought maybe, but I don't think so now. I don't think you put it higher than Simpsons.
I might have.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
But, it's a classic, and I don't think it's that bad now. Like, it's not as good as earlier seasons, but for me, my classic Simpsons was season 10 to 15.
Yeah.
Most people says, no, that's past. Anything past season 10 is garbage.
Yeah.
But the ones I remember the most are from that era, because that's when I was getting into the series.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite episodes is where they go to Africa. It's lambasted by a lot of people as one of the worst episodes ever. I quote it constantly.
Yeah.
My favorite line for the episode is, "A bloodless coup, all smotherings." I find ways to use that so randomly.
Yep. I think that's a good sign of a cartoon. There's going to be cartoons that come up later that I quote every day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
If not, you feel something's off in your stomach. Like,
yeah.
I didn't do that.
If I mean, it's not a cartoon, but if I don't quote Shaun of the Dead once a day, I kind of like, I'm tense, you know?
Yeah. So let's hear your number 4.
Okay, I haven't watched a whole lot of Simpsons. I know it is something that I could love if I devoted the time to it.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you kind of are running out of days of the week.
Yeah, I really am. So my number 4 might surprise you. It's the only superhero cartoon on my list, and it's not Batman the Animated Series. It's not the 90s Spider-Man. It's not the 90s X-Men.
Okay.
It's not even the 2000s Justice League. It is the 60s Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
I fucking love that show. Oh, sorry. I fucking love season 1.
Yeah.
Season 2 and 3 are...
what the... Yeah.
Yeah, the budgets went... you talk about a budget drop. That is maybe the biggest budget drop that has ever happened.
Yeah.
It is unreal. But, it's not a serious cartoon.
No.
There are problematic points. It was the 60s. But it's just a lot of fun. I
still love that Parker's voice, though.
Yeah.
It's good.
It is.
And that JJ is just one of the better JJs.
Oh, for sure.
And there's been a lot of good JJs.
It's a fun cartoon. Yeah. I go back to the 60s Spider-Man.
I just wish there was an easy way to get hold of it.
What? I know. And you know what? So me and Charlotte are both real big fans of this particular Spider-Man cartoon. And we almost bought the box set on Amazon a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. It was $60, $70 at the time. Yes. And we're like, we should consider it. But we didn't have a lot of money at the time. So we're whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's like $500.
I'm hoping Disney puts that on their streaming service.
Yeah. One thing I will mention, and I did notice the other day, the Newfoundland and Labrador Public Library has a copy of the DVD.
Let me know when if you check that out.
Yeah,
I'll bring popcorn.
Yeah, right. Oh boy.
That is good. Yeah. I wouldn't put it in my top 10, but I love it.
My top 5 are just the cartoons that I see myself rewatching the most in my life at this point.
The same thing with me.
Yeah. I mean, Steven Universe is brand new, but I couldn't not put it up there.
No.
Yeah. One show that didn't make my list, Adventure Time. Adventure Time is close.
Yes.
I really enjoy Adventure Time.
That's a definite honorable mention for me as well.
And I found Steven Universe already is doing for me a lot of what I got from Adventure Time. Yeah. But I feel like the messages are better. There's more emotional connection.
For me, Steven Universe has a much better art style, in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree with that.
There's a couple of characters I prefer from Adventure Time.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially Marceline, I can't get enough of her.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
There's no one, she is probably the best character in that show.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't stand the Ice King.
I love Ice King.
His voice.
Really?
It hurts my ears.
I enjoy Tom Kenny's work quite a bit.
I don't think I've ever enjoyed him.
No?
I think he just,
Not a SpongeBob fan?
No. When that show first came out, I was like, is this a comedy?
Man,
where's the joke?
I love early SpongeBob. Early SpongeBob is hilarious.
All right. I guess I'll...
number 3.
Number 3. Well, this one has to be here. It's Futurama.
I knew that was coming. Also, an honorable mention for me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Definitely top 10 for me.
But this is probably the show I quote the most. Especially when I'm around Robin, I think there are days where we just communicate in Futurama quotes and nothing else.
Yeah.
When we watch an episode, we don't watch it. We speak the lines the same time character. We know it so well. It is so important to me. It's pretty much why I have a girlfriend.
My number one has very much that same thing.
Yeah. But it's because of Futurama that I've had Robin for so long, and we're so happy together, and it's our show.
Yep.
When the new seasons came out a while back, we watched it together. It was really good, and Actually, all four, my top four are shows that me and Charlotte watch together, and very. Actually, one of them she's a bigger fan of than I am. Well, for me, the bottom three are the ones me and Robin watch together. The last two for me are more important to me.
Yeah, I think I got an idea of what yours are, but I'm not positive.
Okay.
I think I know.
Okay. Well, you probably got a guess. Yeah.
Yeah. My number three. This is a show that Charlotte is a bigger fan of than I am, and it still makes my top three here. Reboot.
Oh yeah,
Reboot.
That was very close for me.
That was the only one I thought might make yours.
Yeah, very close. But I love that show so much.
Yeah, Reboot is fantastic, and it's like two different shows.
Yeah, it is.
Like
first half is this slice of life, monster of the week kind of thing. With some stakes and amazing acting.
Yes.
And the animation, I don't care what anyone says, the quality of the models has aged fantastically. Their actual movement in places...
No, the animation, it's this thing where, like... No, if you looked at that from today, you'd say, oh, this isn't the greatest. But given the time period, it was revolutionary.
In fact, in my opinion, it kicked the crap out of Pixar stuff in places.
Yeah? Yeah.
Especially in scope.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I get that.
And unique designs. Like the art style of Reboot has aged flawlessly. Like
the comedy? Revisiting Reboot as an adult made me realize, holy shit, this show is funny.
And it got a lot crap past the censors. Especially when it started being produced mostly for YTV.
Yeah.
When it went from the American Broadcasting era to the YTV era, you can see the jump in quality of the jokes.
Yeah.
Because you can get shit away more in Canada. Ironic, I know it's weird.
Yeah.
Considering my number two, we'll talk about.
The one thing that shocked me when I came back to it, because like I had vague memories as a kid, right? Yeah. But when I watched the episode where they go into that game that is basically The Evil Dead.
Yeah.
And literally to the point of Ash Williams, spot on, saying groovy.
So many
and at some point there's someone saying Dead by Dawn.
Yeah.
Like it's very much like on the nose.
It's a love letter to not just Evil Dead, but to general horror, because there's Michael Jackson, Thriller jokes.
Yeah.
I think the Munsters technically not Addams
so,
Family, but they play the Addams Family sting. Yeah. So they get to do both.
Yeah.
So that's really good.
They shared out as much as possible.
And I mean, there's background characters, like there's Sailor Moon characters as background characters. And that cracked me up as a kid, because that was when I started watching that.
Yeah.
And it was such a good show. It's basically kind of like Simpsons for kids, but it's really aged. But one of my favorite lines ever in that show is "Glitch anything," and like a fire hydrant or like a light pole pops out. The villain slams into it, and it just slides down. I love that show so much.
I do think, and I don't think they get the credit they deserve, Megabyte and Hexadecimal are among the best cartoon villains.
Yes, they are.
From design to the voice work to just everything.
And they're not allies, and it works so well.
Right,
I love that.
I love their back and forth.
Yeah. Now, my number two is very close related to Reboot.
Yeah.
Beast Wars!
I knew it. Yeah, that's...
Which is the only show I can think of with better villains than Reboot. Is that Megabyte, that Megatron, and that Tarantulas. I love them so much.
Okay. I did have your top two. I'm sure I know your number one now.
The voice work in that one is even better than Reboot somehow.
Yeah.
Basically, for me, Reboot is good.
Yeah.
But if you supercharge it, you get Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And it impacted me so much. The writing was so good. It was so... It took me seriously, too. I mean, the episode where... It's one of my saddest things ever, is when one of the characters die after a long episode of kicking ass. And he dies quoting Shakespeare.
Yeah.
in a kid's show.
Yep.
And and he dies on screen.
Yeah.
Not like from poison. You see his body mangled, electricity coming out instead of blood because they can't do that because it's a robot.
Of course.
And it's so good. And the only problem it had was over-ambition.
Yeah.
Much like Reboot, they overestimated what they could do with it and couldn't stick the landing in places.
Yeah, exactly.
But they tried, and for every step Reboot took, they took that technology for Beast Wars and then brought it back for Reboot. They kept improving on each other.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't really have one without the other.
No.
But you can enjoy one slightly more.
Yeah. I think what makes me pick Reboot over Beast Wars is the format of the show in terms of, okay, here's the setup of what's going on with the characters in the overarching story, and then here's the game,
Yeah.
And I love that game format.
Yeah.
You've got some kind of crazy adventure to look forward to in every episode, no matter what the overarching story is.
What wins Beast Wars over for me slightly is the chess game Megatron is kind of playing with not just the enemies, but his own forces.
Yeah.
You get to see him manipulate. He knows this guy's an idiot, so I give him a little bit of power. He's going to go mad with power, and I can take advantage of that.
Yeah.
At the same time, he's done something to the Maximals, so he can have them fight.
Yeah.
And it appears he's always winning. He is one of the smartest villains in a children's show.
Yeah, definitely.
And he wins a lot more than you think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Every time he loses, it's usually for a laugh.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take itself too seriously in places, but he still got something out of it in places.
Yeah.
And you don't notice it until you realize how freaking smart he is. Because he plays up being dumb in places.
Yeah.
And once he finds out how smart he is, he just goes with it. He doesn't have to hide anymore. So let's hear your number 2.
So I've got only modern stuff left because I enjoy modern cartoons more than I enjoy going back to old ones.
Most of my 10 to 6 are more modern.
Yeah.
With the one exception being Reboot in that 10 to 6
Fair enough. And my 1 and 2 go back and forth. It depends on the day of the week, right?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to say my number 2 is Rick and Morty.
I still have yet to watch that.
I adore this show. I know the fans are shitty. I know they are. But you can't blame the show for the fans.
No, I never do.
No. The humor, the way they set up the world and the way they call back attention to detail is fucking fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And just, the attention to detail in every episode, in both the animation, in calling back to things, it's incredible. But, I don't know. The Rick and Morty is just, it captivates me and makes me laugh for, I would say about 95% of the time that I'm watching it. Almost every frame.
Which is what you want for a comedy, yeah.
And some of the episodes are just some of the greatest cartoon episodes I've ever watched.
Good.
The one that stands out to me, and I would say is the best. If you're just going to watch one episode of Rick and Morty, I would go with Total Recall. Of course, play on Total Recall, right? Yeah. The setup of the episode, and it perfectly exemplifies what Rick and Morty is. So the episode opens with the family eating breakfast or whatever, and I think their uncle is there eating with them, and he's been staying with them for however long or whatever. And Rick walks in the room, and he's eyeing him up, and he shoots him and kills him. And he turns into an alien, and they're like, "Holy shit, what happened?" And he said, No, this is a virus. It takes on the likeness of a being, and it infects your memories to make you think you've always known this person. And he's like, this doesn't happen. So the whole episode is this virus taking over the household, and it's at first it's like one character, and then a couple more, and by the end of it, it is just this mess of nonsense characters, like Penn Sylvester, who is a little pencil with arms and legs, or Frankenstein, or the butler, and all these, Sleepy Gary. It is nonsense, but it is the most brilliant nonsense.
Okay, good.
And the way the episode plays out and the way the solution comes about is just, it's perfect. It is my most recommended episode of that show for sure, because it works in the whole scheme of the show.
Yeah.
But if you just want to sit down and watch an episode and see if you like the show, that is the one.
Okay.
That is absolutely the one for me, anyway.
I guess we'll do my number one, which is
Yeah.
an obvious.
Yeah, I think I know what this is.
It's Batman the Animated Series.
Oh. That's not what I was thinking at all.
Oh, what were you thinking?
I was thinking, I don't have anything funny. Shit. No, it's Batman, yeah.
Yeah. With Close Call being Batman Beyond and Justice League. I mean, I kind of consider them sequels, so there's
Yeah.
But if I just had to narrow it down, it is Batman the Animated Series.
Kind of like spiritual successors. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, they are in canon connected to it. But, I mean, the original Batman is just, it's aged so well. It's the show that really taught me a lot of life lessons.
Yeah.
Much like what you just did, if I'm going to recommend one episode, it has to be actually the first episode.
Yeah.
On Leather Wings.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say on Heart of Ice. Yeah, it's good. I recommend that one.
Yeah.
But Leather Wings will sell you that show. It's the best pilot I've ever seen. Like, this episode tells you what this Batman show is about. It's about mysteries. It's about horror. It's about action. It's about serious moments.
Yeah.
And, I mean, there's not many children's shows I can think of where the police are talking about catching the hero, and they're taking it very seriously. They're not, like, shaking their fist.
Yeah.
There's one guy mad, one guy logical, and the mayor basically, like, just catch him. It's a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
Like, I learned so many words from a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
Insomnia.
Yeah.
Just the real meaning of what justice is. Like, this is the show I have the first real good memories of. Yeah. Like I said, DuckTales is probably the show I first watched.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it. Mm-hmm. I remember, like, flashes of it.
Yeah.
But the 90s Batman is so ingrained in me. When you say cartoon, that's the first image that comes to my head. So that has to win first place.
Yeah. That's fair.
So I could gush about that, but let's not.
I need to go back and watch that again.
I can lend you my DVDs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it's been too long since I've really watched that show, and I don't think I've actually seen the full thing
I only have the first 2 seasons.
Okay.
I could not find the third one anywhere.
They just released a big Blu-ray box set, actually.
And I bought that before the Blu-ray set came out. And I'm that kind of guy who doesn't like to replace.
Okay, gotcha.
I've already got it.
Yeah.
Why do I need to replace it?
Fair enough.
Unless the medium I'm watching, like VHS, becomes obsolete, I don't replace.
Yeah, fair enough. My number one is a modern show I've talked about on Jedi Dropouts many a time. Bob's Burgers.
I am not surprised.
I love this show. Very much in the same way of Steven Universe. It's a very wholesome show.
Yes.
The way they depict this family as being like they have the kind of personalities that work well off each other in conflict and in a sitcom scenario, but you see the love that comes through. They're a positive. There's nothing negative or toxic about this at all. They're great parents, and
if you ask me, it's pretty much the anti-Family Guy.
Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed my fair share of Family Guy.
Yeah,
and I still do at times, but
it's not wholesome.
It doesn't.
They're not a family.
It doesn't make you feel good.
No.
Bob's Burgers really does. I relate so strongly to Bob Belcher. I think he's probably the most relatable cartoon character I've seen for me personally. And like, it's just sort of realistic in ways, and like how many shows have you seen where the family runs a restaurant or like some kind of business that in reality is not a great financial...
No.
Like, they worry about money. That comes up.
Yeah.
There are times where, this kid wants to do this, and they're like, we really can't afford that right now,
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's
what I've noticed as well. I haven't watched a lot of it, but the restaurant is a all hands on deck kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is very realistic.
Yeah, the kids have to work because they can't afford to hire staff. Even the youngest kids, they have responsibilities like cleaning the tables and setting you know, the menus and so on, right? But I've watched every episode to date, and the early seasons, some of those I've watched so many times.
Yeah. That's the mark of a truly good show.
If I'm gonna recommend one episode, and this is an out there episode, it's called "Work Hard or Die Trying, Girl," or "Work Hard or Die Trying." Sorry,
okay.
Girl's not part of it. And the setup of the episode is they're doing a spring musical in the school. Gene wants to do his personal rendition of "Die Hard" the musical, and this other girl in his grade, Courtney, wins the audition and gets to make her a working girl musical. And Gene decides to put off a one-man Die Hard the musical in the boiler room, and there's this whole conflict between people are leaving one musical to see the other, and oh my god, some of the songs like I'm Hans Gruber and I'm grooving. And the music is just fantastic. Nakatomi. It's great.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. Yeah,
right. Yeah. And I don't know. I love this show. I love the jokes are a little weird. Some of them are a little lame, but it's my kind of humor. I love that kind of cheese too,
I know it's
right?
a very dad humor centric show.
Oh yeah, very much, much.
Which is totally fine.
Yeah,
takes all kinds.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that is my favorite cartoon. I go back to it the most. I'm always watching it, constantly quoting the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fire off my Western animes. Top 5. Right quick with various.
I have 2 in my head that I think would probably make it, but I don't know.
Well, the first one, number 5, Ruby.
Yes.
That one's really good. I really enjoy that, but I haven't finished it, so I really can't give much more to it.
I haven't seen Ruby, but I've been curious because I have been a fan of the Achievement Hunter guys in the background.
I didn't like Red vs. Blue.
I've never really watched that so much.
But I did really enjoy Ruby. Soul got me into it. So
okay.
Number 4 is another one Soul got me into, Voltron on Netflix.
Oh, yes, of course.
That one's really good.
Of course.
People think it didn't stick the landing. I think it did.
I never finished it.
I highly recommend avoiding the She-Ra show they made, because that feels like Jack Hammer's Steven Universe.
Okay.
There's no subtlety what it's trying to do.
Gotcha.
Number 3 is Teen Titans.
Yeah.
That one's really aged well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Number 2 is The Legend of Korra. I like Korra more than The Last Avatar, which people will... that's not to say I don't dislike The Last Avatar. It would be number 6.
Yeah.
But I like Korra so much.
Really? That doesn't make your list? Oh,
Korra is a much better character than Aang, in my opinion.
Okay.
And number 1, Castlevania from Netflix.
There we go.
And if I was to put that on... Castlevania is the only one on the anime list that could kind of be in my top 5 animation shows in general. It would be number 3.
Okay.
It would knock Futurama down one peg
and
make DuckTales off the top 5. But
that high?
Yeah, it's short, sweet, does nothing wrong, and it speaks to all my desires when it comes to video game adaptation.
Nice.
When you want a video game made into anything besides a video game, look to that Castlevania and then compare it to Castlevania 3, which is the game it's based off.
Yeah.
And I recommend it.
For sure.
I mean, I would say pick an episode, but it's one continuous story.
Yeah.
But season 2 is where it gets...
And I haven't started season 2. Like, that being said, I've never really played in Castlevania, but I watched the first season and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, season 2 kicks the crap out of season 1.
Yeah.
And season 1 is good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
But they just elevate everything.
Nice.
And the back and forth between Trevor and Alucard.
Yeah.
Love it. Like, there's a lot where... Sci-Fi basically tells them, I'm going to go to Wagon, don't kill each other, and she walks off. Mm-hmm. And they basically like, fuck you, eat shit and die. And they just start laughing at each other after that. Like, that's just wonderful character interactions. And then Dracula's character himself, you're not sure if you want to stab him or hug him.
Yeah.
And I love that.
The voice cast is great.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Armitage from the Hobbit films is probably the best place he's known.
Yeah.
And what is the actor's name that plays Dracula? Oh, he's so good. He's in Preacher. He's also in the Hobbit movies.
I think so, yeah. But he's most famous for the Preacher, from what I understand.
Yeah, and I love him.
But just his delivery of his slow, deep voice. Yeah, he's in charge. He's in charge without having to show off power, and when he does, why did I make him do that?
Yep.
But it's so good.
Graham McTavish, he's fantastic.
McTavish, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, any of those shows
Yeah.
are really good.
Yeah.
And most of the anime lists probably don't make top 10. Korra and Castlevania do for sure.
Yeah.
Teen Titans maybe.
Yeah.
But that would be number 10.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, it's not that any of these are bad, it's just they've got really hard competition.
Yeah.
Like stuff like Adventure Time or Gravity Falls, which
Yeah.
didn't make the top 5 but made the top 10.
Yeah.
Are really damn good modern shows that I recommend.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The only other one I'm going to mention as an honorable mention, because most of the honorable mentions I feel like came up at some point.
Yeah.
And I would say it's probably number 6 on my list. Before I watched Steven Universe, I had it at my 5. South Park.
That is the only show you've listed that I don't care for.
I know you're not a fan. See, the only reason it's not higher is I haven't watched all of it.
Yeah,
I've watched the first 3 to 4 seasons. I've watched the last 5 or 6 seasons, and I watched random episodes as they aired.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
The only reason why Ruby is number 5 is I haven't finished season 5. I haven't started season 5 because they've made it hard for me to track it down. It's available only on Rooster Teeth at the moment, from my understanding.
Gotcha.
And I don't have a Rooster Teeth account.
No.
And it's not available on other things. I keep meaning to check if it's on other systems.
Yeah.
But,
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'll find it eventually.
Yep. Fair enough.
I want to finish it, but I don't want to track, like, going along hunt to track it down or make a new account for one show.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that's a wrap on this bonus episode. This was fun.
Yeah, this was fun.
This is a little different.
But I think it's time we put back the weeb hats.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
Well, maybe we'll come back, though.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
You all take care and prank your mothers. I don't know.
Prank your mothers. The wise words of Mitchell Clark. Prank your mothers, everybody. Put that on a t-shirt.
This has been a Jedi Dropouts production.